I'm going to go back on mute, everybody, but thank you for everyone who tuned in. I'm going to go back on mute and you'll hear the announcer.
Ya están corriendo desde temprano.
Ryan Crowder racing. Import versus domestic as Ryan Pedersen and Joe Granis will pair up. Granis, your #1 qualifier in the stick shift Supra. He's on right-hand side, #4 qualifier, the Corvette left-hand side. Corvette gets the whole shot, and his parachute comes out as the car shakes. And Joel Granis, after a 2.2 360-foot time, will get back around him and gets the win with a 14.06. Wow, not what I expected there. As Joel spun the tires and immediately had problems. Ryan with a 1:33 60-foot time, and then he immediately experienced problems. The parachute came out, and Ryan is now stopped right about the 1,000-foot mark. And Joel Granis gets the break of the race and will go to the next round of competition. At this time, I will take 950 index. 950 index, the rear of the stage lane to be paired up, please. I have my 1050 cars, they have been paired. I need 950, please. 9 for the index, 9 for the index to the power side stage lane, please. To be paired up. 9 for the index for round number 3. I will take you now. Once again, no time shootout, round number 2. I need you to lane 13, 14, please. Florida no time racing, no time shootout. I need you next. Florida no time racing, no time shootout cars. I need you to lanes down, please. Be paired up. Rogers is your number 3 qualifier in the 2JZ powered 98 Nissan out of Ohio. He qualified at 7:54, so the favored car right side, the underdog left side. Now granted, there's only one qualifying spot between them, but a half a second in qualified times. They are pre-staged. Atkins ready. Rogers ready. And off they go. Side by side to the finish line, and Atkins will get the win. 7:13 at 2:07, taking out the best run of the weekend for Jonathan Rogers. 7:45 at 190. Camaro will pick up the win, and it'll be Jonathan Atkins versus Joel Granis. Number 1 and number 2 qualifiers will run each other in the final of the Brian Crower Run BC Stick Shift Shootout Final. We will now move to the Motion Raceworks Streetcar Shootout, round number 2. Mike Moretti against Matt Lanfear will get us started. Moretti out of Vero Beach. Left side of the racetrack, the turbocharged Mustang, your number 5 qualifier at 769. He'll run Matt Lanfear, number 8 qualifier, 786 on the Miata right side. They leave almost together, and they stay together to the top end of the racetrack, and left side Moretti gets the win, and how close it was. 769 left side, 770 right side. 0.03 of a second separates the two. Matt Lanfear runs his career best time by over 1/10 and a half, and just barely, and I mean barely, loses 0.03 of a second to start us off here in second round of Motion Raceworks Streetcar Shootout. Mike Moretti gets the win, and he will move on. Robert Remick and Scott Murphy next. Remick, your number 17 qualifier. Scott Murphy, your number 16 qualifier. Both these cars underdogs based on round number 1 and got by. Robert Remick on the Corvette left side. Scott Murphy in the Camaro right side. Camaro spins the tires, pedals, and Robert Remick continues to have problems. Scott Murphy, your number 16 qualifier, will advance. 9:22 at 1:54. Again, your upsets continue. The number 16 qualifier, Scott Murphy, will move on to round number 3. as Remick has problems and slows, and that will end his weekend. Here comes your next pair of Mustangs to the start.
Largo, Florida, right side.
Vero Beach, Florida, left side. Number 2 qualifier, Christian Murillo out of Vero Beach, left side, the turbocharged 2011 Mustang. 731 at 189, the number 2 qualifier. He'll face the number 12 qualifier, Danny Coots. Coots, the 2016 Mustang, right side. He qualified at 828 at 164, so almost 1 full second. Separate the two in qualifying. The favorite car left side, the underdog car right-hand side. Right side is staged. Christian is now staged. Green lights we got. Right side spins the tires. Early and will coast to an 823 at 124. And Danny Coots pulls over to the side right before the 330 mark and shuts it off. Obviously feeling something wrong in the drive line, and he shuts it off. And a tough break there for Danny as he tried to give Christian Murillo everything he could as he's looking underneath the car to see if he has any parts or fluid from underneath it. But we're going to be on hold here for at least a minute or two while we get that car off the racetrack.
Once again, I need my no-time shootout car. Florida no-time racing, no-time shootout cars, lane 13 and 14, please, no-time shootout. No-time shootout, lane 13 and 14, I need you now, please. I need extreme front-wheel drive to the lane, please, for round 2. Precision turbo and engine, extreme front-wheel drive. Precision turbo and engine, extreme front-wheel drive to the lane, please. As we will give Eddie a tow backward. Unfortunately, suffering breakage in Mustang. But thankfully, it doesn't look like anything on the racetrack, so we should be back to action here in relatively short order. Once again, it's Olympic Ocean Raceworks, our sponsor of the class. Motion was originally started in 2015 by Doug Cook, Andy Cook, and Brian Jack. Now, one of the biggest companies with all made in USA parts made right in their manufacturing facility. Everything from fuel systems to turbo parts. They have a lot of different offerings. You can check out motionraceworks.com to find out about all the great stuff that they make. Again, in-house, including their brand new Python throttle bodies and operator shifters. Also made in-house in the USA. So visit motionraceworks.com. Check out all the great stuff they have available. Talk to one of their experienced customer service reps and tell them thanks for their support of racing underboard car shootout class. We will fire up our next pair. Starting line was right inside for Tony, and Kevin Stoke is the lead. Kevin Stoke's around number 3.
Next thing right inside your number 10 qualifier at 8:14. He faces the number 3 qualifier, the S2000 Honda with the LS influence left side. That's Richard Flynn out of Bradenton. They're staged and ready. Mustang gets the whole shot. Richard Flynn has to dig to get around him, and has done so. Left side gets the win. 7:55 at 185 for Fat Betty gets the win. 7:92 at 177 for Luis Castro. His best run of the weekend, but not good enough. Richard Flynn with the win in the Honda S2000 to round number 3. That will bring up our number 1 qualifier, Jim Braun, out of Eustis, Florida. Braun, 7:27 at 194 for the low qualifying spot. From Real Street Performance, the turbocharged 2012 Mustang with 22 cars on the sheet. Your number 1 qualifier, if they survive first round, will get the first available buy run, and it comes here with 11 cars remaining. So Jim Braun, all he has to do is stage the car under power, and he will get a ticket to round number 3. But he did the burnout, so I have to wonder if he's going to try to work on. Once again, I'm looking for extreme front wheel drive and no time shootout. Extreme front wheel drive and no time shootout. I need you now. Jim Braun is staged. Braun off the starting line, 124.60 foot. 476 at the 8th mile. He lifts early and coasts to a 772 at 142. 476 at 155 at the 8th mile for Jim Braun, and a nice tidy 007 reaction time. That will move him to round number 3. So once again, I need no time shootout and X front wheel drive. No time shootout and X front wheel drive. I need you now, please. No time shootout and X front wheel drive. I need you to the lanes for round number 2.
How many cars do we have left at 10:50? So why is...
Okay.
Okay, so we're waiting on 9:50.
All right, so I have my 1050 class paired up and in the lanes for round number 3. I need my 950 class. I'm in the back. And actually, it looks like I'm waiting on one more driver. We are waiting on Gomez for 950, so Gomez, I need you back for 950, please. Gomez, I need you back for 950, round number 3. Our 5 cars paired up for round number 3 in the 1050 class. They are ready to go. Don't forget your Camaro that's first pair out is going to have to come right back around as well. Although I have...
Actually, since it's track cleanup, again, if you're wondering why I'm not going to the staging lanes, my stream has dropped like 4 times already standing in this area. So I don't want to risk losing the stream again. But we should see no time shootout coming up here. Jonathan, you just gotta say the guys that are walking out the way. People will understand what you're saying. Or you can just say Sicaros, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Sicaros? I think we're down pretty low for the no time. I think we might be down to like quarterfinals or semifinals here. MS Motorsports, thank you for tuning in. Oh, you've been here all day? Yeah. Thank you for sticking it out. Yeah, my internet has not been cooperating today. It's dropped like 6 times already. So when I go home tonight, I gotta download all the clips, cut out all the unnecessary stuff, and re-upload it. So we're down tonight now. Oh, 3 cars left in no time? Yeah, it's a small class. I thought there would be more for no time. Oh, there's a wreck at NASCAR today? Yikes. We had a really bad wreck last night too here at Bradenton Motorsports Park. So they had to cancel the remaining qualifications last night. But the driver's okay. Jesus saves cars and vandal. Yeah, like, yeah, he's just trying to provoke you guys by typing like that. I don't know why people always feel the need to try to provoke something out of someone. It's like, is your life that miserable that you always want to portray, or how do I want to say this? Exude negative energy towards people. You know, there's a study, there's a Japanese guy, as a scientist, where he spoke positive words to water and froze it, and it actually became like crystals. And then it was like good patterns. And then when he spoke negatively to the water, it was actually like broken up